is just kind of a review to answer a question and just go over some things real quick with AmSynth, which is a great synthesizer that I talked about in a previous video. And as I mentioned, currently in Ubuntu or Ubuntu-based distros like Linux Mint, which I'm using, Linux Mint 8, I believe I'm running, basically equivalent to Karmic Koala or Koala Karmic, whatever, 9.10 Ubuntu. The AmSynth in the repositories is not working. So first thing you need to do if you want to use AmSynth, go and uninstall the AmSynth you have if it's not working. Then do a Google search for AmSynth Hardy, click on this details of package, and basically we're just going to download a previous version of AmSynth. Pick your processor type, and then just click one of these repositories. Depending on your computer setup, you should get something for GDEB that will install it. It'll probably tell you there's a newer version available in the repositories. Just click past that, ignore that, and install it. The one thing you have to remember is since you're installing an older version, when you go to do updates on your system, if you update AmSynth, it will stop working again. So that's installing AmSynth, which I've gone over in the past. But a question someone put into the comments on my video about AmSynth is I said there was no virtual keyboard, and they said, well, under utilities, there, you could see that there says virtual keyboard. You'll see, you click on that, nothing happens. The reason for that is it does allow you to use a virtual keyboard, but it doesn't have a built-in one. You have to install one. And the one we're going to install is called we're going to do aptitude search vkey, which brings up vkey bd for virtual keyboard, and we're just going to sudo aptitude install, and we're going to do vkey db. Shouldn't take very long to install. It's a very small package. And once it's done installing, now if I go to utilities and click on virtual keyboard, you'll see that this virtual keyboard pops up. That's what we just installed. Now this virtual keyboard doesn't only have to be for AmSynth. It will work for any program that allows a MIDI input, but right now it is connected to AmSynth by default because we opened it with AmSynth. And you'll see that this has a lot of options for reverb. You can do chorus stuff. You can do views and see a lot more of what's going on. You can open up controls, a pitch wheel, so you can hit that. You can see you can pitch and clear that out. So it's just like having a real keyboard. And it's linked right now to AmSynth. Now, if I open up jack control and we look at the connections here, we'll go to ELSA here, and actually, where am I looking? Huh. Let's see. Let me open up something else. I'm just going to open up terminal again. I'm going to type in vkeydb, or bd, sorry. Open up another session of that. Okay, now, because I didn't open it up through AmSynth, you can see that virtual keyboard here. Now you can connect that if you have another application, a MIDI application. You just connect it like you would, like if I wanted to connect this to AmSynth, I can go connect like that. But if you open it up through AmSynth, it will automatically connect, and I guess not show up in this connection manager. So that threw me for a loop, but once again, I mess up in these videos, and it helps you when you come across the same problem. So install virtual keyboard and use it if you don't have an actual keyboard and you want an on-screen keyboard. You know, some applications like ZYN Add Sub Effect has a virtual keyboard built in, but if your application doesn't, this should work for you. And I hope that answers some questions and helps some people with some issues they may be having. AmSynth is a great little program that you can play with lots of different presets and knobs and stuff that you can control and link to your physical keyboard. Anyway, visit filmsbychris.com for more video tutorials like this, and I hope you have a great day.